Hi, Jules here for Talk to Me Tuesday on Tuesday, July 17th. I do not obviously have a new quilt behind me because I haven't done anything related to quilting. However, my hat reeks of sunscreen. I did get my hat done. I did it on Thursday night. I basically took the hat, I cut the crown off, I cut it up right here, cut it on a curve, took maybe a couple of inches out of the brim, took some of the leftover binding from Jay's Grateful Dead quilt, because that would go with just about anything because it's got every color imaginable in there. And I did it just like applying binding. I applied it to the underside of the hat first, going around, and then folded around just like I was doing binding on a quilt, and top stitched it to the top, just using a lavender thread, polyester thread that I happen to have. Cutting this material made it a little unstable. It was sewn together very easily originally with some clear monofilament type clear thread. So so I had a couple of spots come undone. You can kind of sort of see where I had to glue it, but I basically just I used clear tacky glue and just glued the one that was supposed to be on top just over here, and then where it had unraveled, the clear thread had unraveled, almost like fishing line. I just used a big tapestry needle and pulled it through some of the holes or whatever to make it tight, and then I glued the ends of that thread so that it wouldn't come undone anymore. So let me take this clippy off of my hair. And then this weekend at the event, I actually put my hair up into two little ponytails back here, so that more of it would stay up because I have some uneven layers and stuff in there. And then it's great because, oh, I forgot, I also took a length of fold over elastic in lavender. I have a bunch of this in different colors from years ago when I first started sewing. I went kind of crazy and ordered like a ton of different colors, just like a yard of each or something. So I had a lavender, so I just poked it through there with a chopstick through one of the holes that was already in the hat, and pulled it through, tied it in a knot to get it just the right size, and voila! Worked perfect. I wore it on Friday when we were doing setup. I wore it all day Saturday from like 9 o'clock till basically till 7 o'clock when I got home. So yeah, worked perfectly. Like I said, it reeks of sunscreen, so definitely will be an outdoor hat. Well, why else would you wear it? But I mean like yard work and stuff like that because it's kind of smelly. Or for events like this. It was really cool to be able to, I just did it like Thursday night. I was like, okay, how am I going to do this? And I had looked at some for sale on Amazon, and this is set up in a very similar fashion. I just DIY'd it, so it turned out great. As for the event, it went very well up until the giant monsoon that moved in right towards the end of, we had a plane ticket snafu in we were supposed to have a Bruno Mars tribute band followed by the final band, which was the Ultimate King of Pop, a tribute to Michael Jackson starring Bobby Miller. And they were awesome, but we had to move them up ahead because there was a flight snafu with the Bruno Mars tribute, so we had to flip-flop them. So Ultimate King of Pop went on. They were amazing, and I posted a couple of Facebook Lives of them. They're really good. Look them up on YouTube. Bobby Miller or Ultimate King of Pop featuring Bobby Miller. They're a great band. I mean, they were fun to watch. They knew their stuff. He was really good. And the Bruno Mars band, sadly, we had to cancel because right towards the end of the Michael Jackson performance, the Michael Jackson tribute performance, started to rain, and it started raining heavy enough that we had to pull the performers off the stage and turn off all the equipment. And at that point, it just became a deluge. I have not seen rain like this, and I don't know how long. And I had on these cargo pants. I kid you not, they're still damp. That was Saturday. These cargo pants and this horrible shirt, which also reeks of sunscreen. It's finally dry. I was soaked to the skin. I mean, it rained for over an hour. The rain came in at and it just poured and wind, this massive thunderstorm. I had to help clients get all of their stuff under cover, and then because the public was still there, we couldn't bring their vehicles in to load up their stuff, so we basically had to run it out to their cars along with them. They were great sports, these clients that were in the event. And yeah, so in the process, I mean, Albuquerque's a weird town. I'm not sure why, but there aren't a lot of sewer drains. We have these massive, what they call arroyos, which are man-made ravines, basically, ditches, drainage ditches that run through town to take runoff and get it out of town. But as far as the actual streets, there are very few sewer drains. So the streets flood when we get this kind of rain because the ground just can't soak it up fast enough. And so that happened. I almost got electrocuted. That was fun, moving an extension cord out of the river that was going down the street. And yeah, it was an experience that I hope to never repeat. I was so soaked. I could hardly walk because my clothes were so weighed down with water. It was that bad. And I was walking in, there were puddles that were like a good 12 inches deep. So they were coming up to my knee because I'm a short person. It was insane. Insane. So needless to say, regardless of how hard we tried to clear all the water off of the stage, we couldn't get a safety clearance to turn all the sound equipment back on. They basically said if we did power everything back up, it might all just explode because it got that wet. So yeah, we had to cancel the last band, unfortunately, right around 6 o'clock. By the time we had to decide by 6 o'clock because we had to be out of there by 7 o'clock, or the event ended at 7 o'clock, so we had to be out by like 8, I think. So yeah. Exciting. And like I said, Ultimate King of Pop, definitely check them out. The name of the Bruno Mars band, they were really sweet guys, and they really wanted to perform. They kept going up and trying to talk the sound guys into letting them perform. They were really bummed that they couldn't perform, and so they were really great guys, just really nice. The name of that group is Uptown Funk. Check them out on YouTube also. And Ultimate King of Pop, a tribute to Michael Jackson, starring Bobby Miller. Check them out. Amazing performers. And if they ever come to your town, go see them. They're fun. They're a lot of fun, and they're really good at what they do. So yeah, other than that, event went really well up until that point. I'll insert some pictures at the end of just the hat, the progress pics of the hat as I was putting it together. I just basically fixed myself a big ass drink of Svedka and sparkling water and attacked it, and it worked out great. So sometimes you just don't overplan, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes you overthink things, and once I just dove in, it all worked out great. So I look forward to watching all of your videos. I'm hoping to get a little bit more fabric, you know, quilty type stuff done this week. And I will see you next week. Bye!